Saudi Arabia with others. Okay, as you can see that the population of Saudi Arabia is 27.2 million, as comparing with the UAE and Kuwait, it's very high. The foreign population of Saudi Arabia is only 23% of the total. Whereas in UAE and Kuwait, you can see the maximum of the population is from the foreigners. This is the population pyramid which determines the population in different age groups. In Saudi Arabia, you can see that the maximum is in the 0 to 4. What does it show? The birth rate is high. This shows the birth rate is very high in Saudi Arabia. So you could promote the newborn baby products more. So this helps marketers to identify the markets. Now, the disposable income. Disposable income is basically the income which consumers are disposing on the products. Could be any product. You can see the maximum is in UAE, followed by Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. Now, I have divided the Saudi Arabia into the total Saudi Arabian market and the foreigners market. And you can see that the foreigners are spending more. Foreigners are spending more on daily items or regular use items or whatever. Even the women, the working women with high disposable income are spending more on cosmetics and beauty products. Now, when you look at the consumer expenditure by product details, the maximum you can see is in the food and the non-alcoholic beverages, the 24% of the sector, followed by the housing, the clothing, and so on. Okay. Now, inside the food and the non-alcoholic, the mostly sold the disposable income is on the soft drinks in Saudi Arabia, followed by some coffee and tea and stuff like this. This also helps the marketers to identify the behavior of the consumer, what are they willing to purchase, and how do you have to communicate with them, and how to reach them basically. Now, the consumers in Saudi Arabia, the Ramadan and Eid season, this is the second best season I could say, the first being the Hajj season definitely. The prices in the Ramadan, at the early they start with the promotions and so on, they used to sell their old products basically. They are putting promotion on the old product to clear out. Now when the season of the Eid comes nearby, they introduce new products and the price starts reaching the client. This is called the price hikes basically. Now the women in Saudi Arabia. Now some marketers, not all, some marketers feel like that women stay behind the parda or abaya, you can say, so it's difficult to communicate with them. Especially in the culture or the religion, it's very hard to communicate with them. Now what they have done is that, recently in Saudi Arabia, especially in the eastern region, the shop marketers are the females, for the female products. It is being introduced in Riyadh as well, but eastern region they have already implemented the system. When you go to the mall, you will in the ladies product markets, you will find the ladies who are selling for you. So that will be very easy for the women to go to the market and communicate with them. And the Saudi women has enough employment opportunities as well in the ladies mall, in the banks, and also in the universities. Now, let's come to the BlackBerry consumers. BlackBerry is definitely the talk of the moment in this country. Every Saudi people, every person, they have a BlackBerry. Okay, now they have really craze about BlackBerry. Now, I can tell you one thing. The youngsters of Saudi Arabia now, they are not only using BlackBerries for their personal use, they are using for official use as well, because they have the official system in there. You can check your emails in the BlackBerry and so many other functions they are using for their personal use. Previously, the Bluetooth technology, they used to exchange numbers, they used to send and transfer the pictures. That concept has been eliminated now. Now they are up to BlackBerry. They are also being technology updated now. But simultaneously, it has some disadvantages as well. There is a saying that a person, it could be example, as you can see from the image, that his car is damaged, but he is still worried about his BlackBerry. Thank God, the BlackBerry is safe. Okay, so what do you call a BlackBerry or the crackberry? Okay, this is a good example for the Saudi behavior. One of the Saudi businessmen, I wouldn't like to mention the name, he was a businessman. He sued Saudi Airlines for purchasing an ill-equipped aircraft. Usually people sue the airline because they had the delay in the flight or they have missed their flight for some important business meetings. But he sued Saudi Airlines because they purchased an ill-equipped aircraft. Okay, if he wants to sue the businessman or the airlines, he could sue the airline. It doesn't have to sue. This does not happen in the Asian regions. It only happens in the Arab region mostly. So this is why I wanted to quote this example. The behavior of a pure Saudi guy. He sued an airlines. Now let's conclude here. every day in our life we see people from different age group, different shape, people wearing different clothes and doing different jobs. Now, overall, what I have to convey to you is that consumers in the global and consumer in the Arab, they have different opinions, they have different lifestyles, culture, and so on. In Saudi Arabia, they have unique attitudes. They have, with a unique attitude, they have high purchasing power as well. I quoted so many examples in front of you. So, I think this is the presentation. So, thank you very much. And your questions are welcome.